Way over
Wait,
here
this way?
is the next exhibit.
Is this an organ?
Yes. Here is what was once a beautiful, marvelous circus organ. This organ was a modern wonder, needing no one to play it and having no keys at all. It produced sound through steam, with a series of reused water and stovepipes, and could play the most beautiful melodies. It was pulled on 3 carts behind 3 elephants as the circus parade arrived in the towns. Playing all the while, it let the residents know the circus was arriving. The circus fell to ruin after the death of the ringmaster and owner. The ringmaster was thrown higher than the high wire act one evening by a pair of elephants looking to escape the circus life. The audience, seeing this tragedy unfold, sent out warnings to all they knew. Avoid the circus at all risk of peril. The organ was purchased at auction of items from a circus by a group of ne'er-do-wells with a plan. They would travel with this reassembled pipe organ port to port, playing friendly melodies for tips throughout the day. They would quieten as the shops closed and the people returned to their neighboring homes. Then in the late hours of the evening, they would stoke the fires of the steam heaters until they were raging. The beautiful music produced with gentle steam pressure became a howling, screeching, languorous noise. This caused the residents to flee their homes in terror, and the horses and animals battered their stalls, not knowing what beast was capable of such noise. The ne'er-do-wells would slow the fires eventually, only to issue this proclamation. The fires would be stoked repeatedly until the township was able to come up with a predetermined fee to pay the ne'er-do-wells to leave the port in peace. The ne'er-do-wells landed in a port as usual one afternoon. They played the beautiful music until the shops closed and the residents began to leave. They waited and went to the box on the top deck to get the wood for the fires. In the darkened port, instead of the residents being quietly asleep, the entire town was standing row after row, lining the harbor, staring directly at the vessel. The water was already flowing into the ship by the time the ne'er-do-wells could react. You see, the residents had been made aware of the approaching ship 2 days prior, and they had already formed a nice plan of their own. The pipe organ was dismantled by them and trod upon, resulting in these warped, discolored remaining pipes that you see here before you today.
Let me ask you this. You say this is the grand opening, so no one else has seen this exhibit yet?
Now we had one more tour group come through. Just before the Go Postal people were the first.
Yeah, that's fine. So they're the only people who have seen this exhibit, right? And they're the only people probably who have heard about this, like a, you know, bringing in the organ and playing the music and stuff, and then like a ransom and a junk.
No, there were 2 other people that were here earlier today. They took the tour with them. They just showed up randomly.
You know where they're from? Just checking.
I don't know where they're from, actually.
Okay. Well, you know, there's a lot of
C5,
ports.
I think.
What are the chances?
There's,
Let's see.
yeah,
C5,
C5.
perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Was that all the questions that you had?
Yep, that was it. You know, I just, you know, it's such a special event and stuff. I wanted to, you know, like see who we could share this with, you know, and
Yes.
like, you know, like a brotherhood of a museum goers and stuff, you know.
The people who've heard the warnings. You just want to know who else has been warned, I see. Sure. Well, it gives people things they can talk about with each other. You know, you can start a nice conversation with someone who's seen what you've seen. Yes, I understand.
Right.
It's very wise
Yeah,
of you.
you know. There's probably a lot of people who haven't heard about all these events and stuff, and they're probably going to hear about them pretty soon, so... Yeah, that's true.
Eventually.
Hear the warnings. Stay for the stories.